Hey guys, and welcome to this next part of my Dragon Age Origins Let's Play. I'm Larpg Gamer, and currently I am playing as Jowan, the mage, and we are in the Fade. Excuse me, guys. And we are in the Fade because we are about to rescue all Eamon.
Is that you, Connor? I can hear you! I'm coming!
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean all Eamon. We are here to rescue Connor from a demon.
Father, where are you?
Is anyone out there? Hello?
So let's quickly
Blessed art
see.
thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
Well, that's
I don't
all.
understand. It's so cold. I want to go home.
That's all Eamon over there.
Curse this blasted darkness! Why can I see nothing?
Okay, I'm not quite sure what's going on, so let's just talk with all Eamon.
You there? Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
Try to get through to the Jarl.
Al Eamon, do you remember me?
You traitor!
I guess you do.
Stay away from my son! Stay away! Connor, we must flee! Where are you?
So it seems that he does remember me, and he's not that happy to see me, which makes sense since Jowan is the one who poisoned him.
Connor? Is that...
So I'm actually quite curious what his response would have been if I was Morgan or Wynne, for example, but it is kind of interesting to do this as Jowan.
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now.
Let's be nice to him.
Hello, Connor. I'm here to help your father.
No! You're here to hurt Father. I know it. I won't let you.
Oh, wow. That's a desire demon, right? Okay, let's quickly see what I have.
I'm going.
You can never resist me!
Let's use this as well. Oh, that paralyzes her, that's kind of cool. Let's use this
Right
one.
away. On it.
Okay, so we killed her with the desire demon. But Connor is no longer here, and so is our Eamon, so I guess we go back and see if we can find another route to Connor.
You're the one making Father sick!
I'm sorry.
I'll help him! You can't stop me! Get out of here!
Hey, Connor.
Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
Let's try to communicate again.
We don't have to fight. I just want to save Connor and Al Eamon.
I will not speak with you! Trespasser! I will drive you out!
Okay, should I attack? Okay, let's paralyze her.
Right away.
And now that she's paralyzed, let's attack him first.
Oh, you're such a
The demon is almost dead, and now we can focus on the desire demon again. Let's use this. And okay, that actually went quite well. That's good.
I'll
So
stop you! I will! Please forgive me.
I guess we head further into the Fade to see if we can find Connor, and let's see if we can persuade him to let us help him. Hey Connor, there you are again.
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be. Why must you interfere?
Reason with this entity.
Everything ends. They'll never let you get away with this.
Connor invited her to come, and they struck a bargain. She has every right to do as she wishes. No, it is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
Okay, let's paralyze the demon again.
Taste your fear, mortal!
And then I'll attack you. Okay, that's 2 now. Let me quickly try to kill this one first. It's almost dead. Now I have to focus on him. Let's do the fist. Okay, and then again. He's almost dead, but I have to focus. Do I have health poultices as... Ooh, no, so I have to drain life. Does that actually give me... Oh yeah, that does give me health. And let's attack her as well. What does blood magic do? Oh, then you sacrifice your health to power, which makes sense because you sacrifice your blood to empower your spells. So yeah, I could have figured that out, I guess. Okay, it's saving the game for me. Just to be perfectly safe, I want to save the game myself as well. Okay. Why is the desire demon stuck into the ground? I guess it's a bug or a glitch or however you want to call it.
Very well. No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful. And yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
Let's see what the demon has to say.
I've been given a chance to do something good for a change. I'm not going to throw it away.
Good, Jowan.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
Okay, oh wow, she's already attacking me. That actually went rather quickly. I guess I should try to paralyze her first. And then maybe weaken her, because I saw weaken? Where was it? This one? No. Let's do that. And then attack her. So this is going quite well. Okay, so now we are surrounded by desire demons, but it's interesting because this is the only one who seems to have a light surrounding her. So I'm going to take a guess and attack her. Can I? Let's weaken again. And we cannot paralyze. We can do this. Is there something else? Let's just continue. Okay, wait, I have to, yeah, this is her. I recognize the lighting. Let's use this attack. And let's use this.
Excellent!
Yes, we did it! Great job, Jowan. I'm proud of you. Really proud. You definitely showed your good side. So hopefully this can save Jowan's life and give him another chance to redeem himself. So my guess is that we are getting out of the fate since it is loading. It's taking its time. Oh, look, it's... What's the name? Isolde? And Connor, so we saved him. Ah, there are a lot of bodies. They have to bury a whole heap of bodies, which is... yeah. It's a shame we could not have done more for Ratcliffe. I mean, we did save Ratcliffe Village and saved Connor, which is amazing, but still a lot of people died because of this and because of the demon.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing.
That's
I
good.
suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training.
Yeah.
Once the war is over. It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Eamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he could be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
Yeah,
I owe you
definitely.
my deepest thanks. I had nearly... I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowan. You trusted him and he saved Connor's life. I am unsure of what to make of that. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he did still poison Eamon, so... I do not want him executed. Should I say that I would like him released? Because I don't really like the other options. I don't want to say do whatever you want with him, because that makes it sound like I do not care, which is not the case. Let's just go for this one.
Released? Are you mad? Why would you do such a thing?
I agree with Isolde. He's a Maleficar. We cannot simply unleash him on the land and ignore his crimes.
That's true. Oh, I don't know. Should I say this to them about Connor? But, I mean, it's really good what he did for Connor, but that doesn't undo the evil that he has done as well. So maybe it is fair for our Eamon to decide his fate. And once, or if, I guess I should say, Eamon wakes up and hears about what Jowan did for Connor, then maybe he will show mercy. So yeah, perhaps you're right.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now.
Okay.
But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
Yeah, I guess this will probably mean that we have to look for the urn. I will seek out this urn.
Thank you. I am grateful for your eagerness to help restore my husband.
Sure.
Find the brother Genitivi, the scholar, in Denerham. He has been researching the urn's location for several years now.
Okay.
The knights that returned say they were unable to find Genitivi. But perhaps the Maker will lead you to him.
I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm really happy how this all went down, that we were able to save Connor. They did not execute Jowan. I mean, he's still locked up, but I still have the hope that our Eamon, if we are able to find the sacred urn, that he will probably spare Jowan. I want to collect this book, The First Blight, Chapter 2. Should we talk some more to Isolde? Or...
I have faith that you will find a way to help my husband.
Of course. Oh, let's quickly level up Alistair. I want to give him a little bit more dexterity, since there are a lot of abilities that need more dexterity for him to gain them. Or should I give him this one? This could come in handy, I guess. Yeah, I think I'll do cleanse area. Because from what I gather, it can actually remove negative statuses from spells from the enemy. So that could be quite handy whenever a mage tries to put a negative stat on one of our party members or on myself. Okay, let's collect this. Eveline, Knight of Orlais. Hello, Connor.
You. You're the one who saved me.
Ooh. Actually, it was Jowan.
He did. I didn't know that. I hope Father gets better soon. He will, won't he?
I don't know, I hope so. And hopefully by telling Connor that it was Jowan that saved him, it will increase the chances for Jowan to get a second chance. I mean, that's all we can do really for him. We actually have a... You use the key. Is that the key
It is begun.
we looted from one of the corpses in the castle? Wow, there are a lot of
Very well.
great items, it seems. So it's
As you say.
nice that we actually have the key to get in here. Wow. I'm really happy with this key. We got quite a lot. Ooh, the armor is quite better. But the helmet I'm wearing now has 3 defense. The helm looks quite cool. Should I keep this helmet on for now? I mean, my sword is better than the weapons we found here, so... I don't know, why don't we let me keep this helmet, at least for now. Okay, let me quickly check the map. That one goes back downstairs, so I guess we should go here first. To kind of look what we can find in here. We have another chest.
It is begun.
And there's a chest in here as well. And
I
a
shall
book.
do it.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Could you? I mean, that would be great. Oh, you could. Thanks, Saffron. Thanks a lot. That's great. So I guess we should go downstairs now. Or wait, there's just one more room left to check out. We have a bookshelf with some stuff in it and a vanity. A whole heap of items. Okay, now we can go back downstairs. It's taking its time to load, it seems, but... Wait, could Zephyron... I don't know if his level's high enough to... No, it's not. Oh, but he can open that chest, so that's good. It's something at least. And... we have Van Tegan. I don't think we'll talk with Van Tegan now. I guess I just want to leave for now. And the first thing I want to do is head back to the camp. And then from the camp I would like to move forward to the next area. So let's go to camp for now. And just give some gifts, maybe talk with some members of our party, and oh.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Okay. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
Oh, Alistair. You're welcome.
Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
I actually gained quite a lot of approval from Alistair. How far along are we? 87, that's quite a lot. And he still adores me because I kind of expressed my feelings for him in some matter when we arrived at Redcliffe. But now I'm kind of confused because we have Zevran as well. And he also seems like quite an interesting character to romance. So to be perfectly honest, I'm actually conflicted about what I should do when it comes to the romancing. Oh, so many choices. So let's do some gifts giving. First we have Alistair, and I actually want to give him his mother's amulets that we found in Redcliffe Castle.
Oh, thank you. This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe Castle, in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago.
I
Did you remember me
understand.
mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Oh, Alistair. Oh, so what am I going to say now? Because option 1 really seems to be a romance answer. But like I said, I am conflicted now about if I want to romance Alistair or if Zevran is actually more suited for my character. So should I go for the friend option for now? You're a friend, of course, I remembered. It's still nice, but it's not applying, or implying, I mean, sorry, that... this is so difficult. I wish we could romance more characters, but from what I understand, that is not possible because they will get in a conflict with one another, or they will get angry with me if I try to romance them both. This is really hard. Let's just go for the you are a friend. Of course I remembered option for now.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
Wow, massive constitution. +9. So it's at 96. Jeez, that's high. Okay, so we gave Alistair his mother's amulet, which is great. Do I have something for Stan? I think I do. I believe I can give Stan the silver-framed still life. This painting is framed in silver and depicts 32 identical Orlesian porcelain tureens. I hope I pronounced it right. Let's give it.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Of course, Stan. Okay, so I have 84 approval from Stan, which is also quite nice. And then there is Win. I can give Win the Garants of Ferelden, a genealogical history. The Garants of Ferelden, a genealogical history. This book traces the line of all Eamon back to the time of the Alamari clans. It doesn't seem to have been read much. I think this is for Win, another book.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Of course, Win. Do I have something for Morrigan? I know she also likes jewelry, so I think the silver chain is for her.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
course. And then we have Liliana, and I should give her Andraste's Grace, a small white wildflower commonly known as Andraste's Grace.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Whoa, plus 15. These approval points are crazy. 77. Wow. So, I think we have Liliana. Then we have my dog, Duncan. But I don't think... Oh, wait, I have a lamb bone. Well, I don't really get the gifts for the dog because it doesn't really do anything. So I've given it to him, but that still kind of confuses me. But now we also have Zephron in our team. And I believe that he likes this gold bar. Let's see.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Yeah, he liked it. So now he has approval 10. I mean, it makes sense for his approval to be quite low since he just joined our team. So that was it for the gift giving. Now I think I should talk with my party members a little bit more. So yeah, we already talked with Alistair about what we've done in Redcliffe, and then we talked again about his gift. So I think we should move on to Zephron for now. I'm so curious.
Here I am.
Here you are. Do I already want to discuss something personal? I don't think that seems right since I don't really know him yet. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Okay. Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I like the joke. Of course, my mother was better than any gem. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to say that one because I'm actually quite curious how Zephon will respond. Of course, my mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman.
Aww.
You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Leather. This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates.
Wow, that's horrible.
I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You sound like you have been away from your home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Let's see, how do I want to respond to this? Your home is still there, Zephyrin.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden? A woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Why does he have to be so smooth? Because it's stupid, but it's actually working. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an idiot when it comes to in-game romances. I love them way too much. Beautiful, is it?
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
Ooh. I think I'm getting on... I'm standing on thin ice because I think Alistair already likes me, so I'm not quite sure what will happen. But I really want to flirt back. No, by all means.
And glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Wow, that's actually quite nice. +6 approval points. And I really like the little flirt we had going on. But it's still at neutral, so that's perfectly fine. Oh, but man. My two men. Both standing here. Okay, let's just keep moving on before I get distracted way too much. So let's talk with Wynne. My gal.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Yeah, there was Connor, that's true. Yeah, well, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
I can definitely understand that that would be a fear for a mage. But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts? Well, I mean, turning back, I mean, we were able to save Connor. Or I guess Connor didn't really turn into an abomination just yet. He was in kind of a middle stage. He was kind of transforming into an abomination, so yeah, you have doubts.
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Why is Wynne talking about this in the first place? I mean, she has been talking a lot about her dying or her being old and maybe dying, and now she's talking about being possessed or turning into an abomination. I'm actually quite wondering if Wynne... Is Wynne an abomination without me knowing? If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination.
Yeah.
I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Of course, Wynne. Okay, so we gave 1 approval point. But yeah, I'm actually curious what Wynne's deal is and why she keeps on talking about abominations and death and stuff like that. Leliana, haven't seen you in a while.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
Wow. You dreamt of the Blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
I mean, that is quite beautiful, that's true. And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it.
Yeah.
There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
So, yeah, Liliana is really religious and sees a lot of signs of the Maker, which is actually quite beautiful. And I mean, if it gives her hope and faith, then I respect that. I will not interfere with that. Let's see what Morrigan has to say.
I await your command.
Okay. I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Wow, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I mean, you could, if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked, if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds.
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I have no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different.
That's true.
There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Well, I'm glad it worked out this way, at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Wow, +7. That's good. But this kind of explains Morgan's behavior sometimes, because like Stan, Morgan can come across as rude sometimes, but she grew up in the wild, so she doesn't really understand the social, I don't know what the word is, but she's not as skilled in social skills, so she doesn't really know how to interact with people sometimes, because she grew up with her mother in the wilds and she didn't really live in a city. She wasn't surrounded by other people, so it kind of explains her character a little bit more. Hey, Stan, my man.
You called.
Or my man Stan. Didn't I already ask him why he was caged? I'm pretty sure I did, so I don't know why this question pops up. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
That's enough for now?
Then I suggest we move on.
Yeah, now it's gone. That was weird. I have a question?
I am hardly surprised.
Oh, okay. This is something I haven't asked him yet, if I'm not sure. Do you find Ferelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Our farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Don't the Qunari ever want to change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Wow. But maybe... Yeah, but that makes the turtle stronger.
Does it? It's also his weakness. If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty.
You don't think happiness is important?
You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on?
Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Qunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Cookies?
Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
Of all the things that Stan likes about Ferelden, I would never have guessed that it would be cookies. And there's something really adorable about that. Stan getting excited about cookies. That's cute. You sound a bit homesick.
Perhaps.
Oh,
it's
Stan.
strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs.
How am I going to respond to this? You left out in garbage. Do I want to say that? Dogs don't smell that bad.
Skunks don't mind the smell of other skunks either. Shall we move on?
Wait, did you just call me a dog? Yeah, let's go, Stan.
As you wish.
Oh, I actually gained 5 approval. That's good. Wow, Stan is rather complicated as well. His character and his culture, and yeah. Okay, so I guess I should end this part here, which is actually kind of perfect, so that I can equip my party members and do all that kind of stuff off camera, and then in the next part we can start by going to a new area, which should be quite exciting. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this part, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!